Welcome back everyone to another course of xamarin. It's awesome. I'm your host Asfan Hamid, and today we're going to be taking a look at mvvm or model view model approach. It's the base of any xamarin Forms application and even the xamarin application. While I'm a huge fan of mvvm, it's a great way of architecting code to abstract away your business logic from your user interface. I'm going to talk a little bit about the architecture and why it's important to know how mvvm works. Also, we are going to focus on the data binding part and the data binding framework that's built into the box of the xamarin Forms. If you are new, this is going to be great. If you have been doing some reforms for a while, maybe we will pick up some tips and tricks. So what is mvvm? I talked a little bit about that. It's a model view model approach. We may be familiar with the MVC, that is Model View Controller, especially if you have been doing any web development or ASP.NET development courses. If I go ahead and show you a diagram here, we will jump into the slides, and here we have a view. It's essentially how you display your information. This could be anything. It could be xamarin Forms, it could be an Android XML file, it could be a storyboard file. It's just how you display your information. Then you have your view model, and we can see how the data and the events are flowing here. Your view model is a representation of what you want to be displayed, and it handles how data is flowing to you and from your view. Also, when a view has some events such as click of a button, it will pass that up to the view model. The view model will interact and pass some data back, and what that view model is doing, it's interacting with your model, your business logic, your data objects, maybe your SQL databases. So this way your view is not talking directly to your data, it's talking through a view model. Your view is going to be platform specific or xamarin Forms that can live in the same xamarin Forms project or a different library. Your view model and model are completely portable. The idea is that you could completely swap out your user interface if you wanted to and use the same view model and model in the code behind. Now mvvm is just an architectural pattern, it's not a data binding. Now what is data binding? The idea here is that I have some code that's in my view model and I want it to magically show up in my view, and that's where this kind of magical data binding framework lives. It's that glue that binds your view to your view models, and that's where xamarin Forms data binding framework comes in. So think of it like this before we jump to the source code.